Have you ever noticed a quiet, persistent thought in your mind that says, "If I disappear, nothing really changes"? Not just in one area of life, but everywhere. In relationships, in family, among friends, you see people move on quickly. You see your absence filled effortlessly. And eventually, you stop asking if you are replaceable. You start asking why you feel that way at all. This video is not about blaming others, and it is not about self-pity. This is about psychology, how the mind learns this belief, why it feels so convincing, and why it often has less to do with your actual value than with how your nervous system was trained to interpret connection. Psychologically, the feeling of being replaceable is not about logic. It is about attachment security. When a person feels replaceable, the subconscious belief is not, "People don't need me." The belief is, "I do not create a lasting emotional imprint." This belief forms early and quietly, usually without conscious awareness. It develops when your presence was tolerated but not missed, your efforts were acknowledged only when useful, your absence did not create concern or repair attempts over time. The brain learns a rule. Connection is conditional. And once the brain accepts that rule, it applies it everywhere. According to attachment theory, humans develop internal working models of relationships based on early emotional experiences. If you grew up with emotionally unavailable caregivers, inconsistent affection, praise tied to performance rather than presence, love that had to be earned, then your nervous system learned, "I am not inherently irreplaceable. I am situational." This creates anxious attachment or fearful avoidant attachment, where you invest deeply but feel easily abandoned. You overgive to secure your position. You feel threatened when others enter the picture. You assume replacement is inevitable. Importantly, this is not weakness. It is adaptation. Your psyche adapted to survive emotional uncertainty. In families, replaceability often comes from role-based love. For example, you were the responsible one, the listener, the peacemaker, the low-maintenance child. You were valued for what you did, not for who you were. Psychologically, this creates conditional belonging. So when you stop performing, you pull back emotionally, someone else fills your role. Your nervous system interprets it as, "See, anyone can do this. I was never essential." But families often mistake reliability for replaceability. They rely on you so consistently that your presence becomes invisible. In friendships, feeling replaceable often stems from low relational differentiation. This means you adapt to others instead of expressing needs. You avoid conflict to preserve harmony. You mirror personalities to stay accepted. As a result, people enjoy you, people feel comfortable with you, but people don't anchor to you emotionally, psychologically. This happens because you prioritized being easy to keep over being known. And what is easy to keep is, by definition, easy to replace. Not because it lacks value, but because it never claimed space. Romantic relationships intensify this feeling because they activate attachment trauma most strongly. If you feel replaceable in love, it often means you love deeply but feel unseen. You give emotional access without receiving security. You stay even when you feel optional. This creates a cycle. You overinvest, the partner underinvests. You internalize the imbalance. You conclude, "I am easily replaced," but psychologically, what is happening is asymmetrical attachment, not lack of worth. The partner feels safe because you are stable. You feel unsafe because they are not. The human brain prioritizes abandonment cues over belonging cues. This is evolutionary. So, one instance of being overlooked outweighs 10 moments of inclusion. Silence feels louder than presence. Replacement feels more real than connection. Once the belief, "I am replaceable," forms, the brain filters reality to confirm it. This is called confirmation bias. You notice who didn't call, who moved on, who didn't fight for you, and you miss. Who relies on you silently, who feels safe because you exist, who assumes you will always be there. Here is the most difficult psychological truth. Feeling replaceable does not mean you are forgettable. It means your emotional boundaries were never protected. People replace access, not impact. They replace availability, not meaning. But if you never demanded to be valued, if you never made absence visible, if you never allowed loss to be felt, then others never learned your emotional cost. At its core, this feeling comes from emotional invisibility. You were present, you were supportive, you were consistent. But you were not mirrored, protected, or prioritized. So your psyche concluded, if I don't matter enough to be held, I must be replaceable. That belief is learned, and anything learned can be unlearned. You are not replaceable. You were unclaimed. There is a profound difference. And healing begins not by proving your value, but by refusing to participate in connections where your absence would go unnoticed.